Happy Tuesday! It's the fourth week of the month, and today I'm answering your questions. Hey, it's Asia Ray Coleman, and about once a month, I take some time on Career Tips for Actors to answer questions from our audience. So if you have a question for me, email it to me at questions@workshopguru.com, and we'll put it on our list. So the first question for today is from an actress named Crystal. She writes, "Hi, Asia Ray. It's that dreadful time of year when I evaluate my finances, and I've noticed that I've spent a lot of money on having audition taping done at various studios throughout NYC. I've decided that in order to cut costs, I will start taping myself. Other actors have told me that they simply use their iPhones or webcams, but I want to be sure that anything I send out is great quality and the best representation of my most professional self." Nice, Crystal. "I would like to ask you what kind of camera, lighting, and audio equipment I should invest in to get the best results. Please help. Thank you, Crystal." First of all, Crystal, this is a great question, and I do believe that each actor should be equipped to do a really quality self-tape. Now, having said that, I use my iPhone for self-tapes, and they're great. Now, we did a video with Darren Darnborough of We Rehearse a couple of years ago. So first, I'm going to advise you to check out that video and follow the recommendations there for equipment and lighting and all that kind of stuff. There are some great tips. One tip I'll add, though, is something that I heard recently from a casting director. She suggested that you invest in a blue backdrop. I actually have a large sheet of paper that I just tape up on my wall before I do self-tapes. And the reason for that is that then the casting office, when they receive the tape, can send that tape directly to producers if they want to move you to the next step in the process. And the producers would not know that that tape didn't happen in a casting office. So I thought that was a great piece of advice. So hopefully you can incorporate that. The next question is from an actor named Bob. Bob writes, "I did some background work and arrived super early because I wanted to make sure I wasn't late." That's good. "But the assistant director yelled at me. She said I was too early. What do I do, and how early is safe to arrive?" This is actually a really good question, Bob. And I witnessed this happen to an actor. When I worked on The Catch in, late November, I was signing in, and there was background arriving at the same time. Now, my call time was 4:45. So it was in the morning. It was extremely early. No one was there but one of the ADs and the actors who were arriving to have their makeup done. And this background actor arrived, and his call time was 5:30. Now, the AD wasn't pleased because the second AD who was in charge of background wasn't even there yet. And so it was kind of just a hassle for her to have to deal with this actor. I appreciate your effort to get there on time. You definitely don't want to ever be late to set, and so I understand that. But particularly when there's an early call time, you need to arrive much more close to on time. A lot of places, especially if you're going to a studio lot, won't even issue a pass to you to park on the lot an hour before your call time. So keep that in mind. Now, my advice to you would be to account for traffic, get there early if you need to, and sit in your car either outside the lot or, if you're able to park, on the lot until close to your call time. I would say you don't need to get there earlier than a half hour before your call time. And if your call time is super early, I'd probably shorten that to 15 minutes. Just, use your common sense. It's kind of inconvenient for people to get to places super early because you have to realize that people have to be prepared to receive you as well. So I hope that helps, Bob. And I want to commend you for being professional and for learning ways to make it easier on other people as well. So those are today's questions. If you love this content, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss any more episodes of Guru Tips for Actors. I'll see you next week.